guys, welcome back to another episode of the Business Inside Out podcast with me as your host. I'm Dr. Daniel Kimbley, as you know, and today what I want to talk about is this concept and this conversation and this idea of quitting versus stopping. Now, this is going to be an interesting podcast because it's actually going to be the last one that I record for you. I will have no more. The podcast will be going away. What will be available to you is what I've recorded already. And online courses are going away, online content from Instagram is going away, and literally what you will be left with is what you've already had access to and nothing else. I had a book I was working on. I had a bunch of stuff that I've been working on that I'm literally stopping. Now, conversation becomes why. I'll get to that a little bit later. What I want to talk to you about first is the idea of quitting versus stopping and why I think this is such a crucial conversation. One of the things that I've realized about myself over the course of the last week and a half, 2 weeks, is I've really started thinking about what do I want? What do I want for my family? Where do I want to serve people at the highest level? And the reality is this, is that there's nothing that fills me up more than seeing people who are told there's no possibility for them to experience a level of life the way that they want to, and then do that through the chiropractic care that we get to provide in our office. And I know that there are lots of chiropractors who could benefit from the business stuff that I teach and the way that we do things inside of our practice. The hard reality though is that just like people thinking that they're already healthy, a lot of people don't think that their businesses have problems until their businesses have problems. And I'm telling you, if you're not making profit, then that's a problem. Anyway, conversation for a different time. The reality is that there's a difference between quitting and stopping. The idea of quitting means to stop doing something permanently, to be done with it forever. I'm not quitting on the book that I've written and the Nexus method and the content and the posts and the podcast and all the time and energy that I have spent over the last almost 40 weeks, almost a year, to bring you this level of content and value and thought process around the way that we do what we do inside of my business that's helped us just live a lifestyle that we absolutely love, where we don't have to chase people, where we don't have to see 800 people a week. And if you want to do those things, that's great, but just the reality is we live such a fun, fulfilled life. And I want to stop splitting my time that actually takes away from my fun and fulfillment. So as much as I love helping other chiropractors, I literally got a message from a chiro this week that said, dude, since I came to your event, we've had the last 3 most profitable months that we've ever had in practice ever since coming to your event. It was a free event, but guess what? I'm shutting it down. It's going away because I am stopping. And I'm stopping, which means at some point we'll come back with it, but I no longer want to split my attention. And my question for you, and the thing I would have you think about on this last episode of the podcast is this, is where are there things that you need to quit and quit permanently? And where are things that you need to stop for a season to allow you to build and get to a different level? I'm committed in my life right now to lead acquisition in ways that nobody else has done it in the chiropractic space. That's literally where all my attention is going. Why? Because I know there are more people in my community that I can help, and it doesn't matter how much we charge. It matters about getting people results inside of a practice. And I'm going to crack the code so it will give me more armor and ammunition to teach other chiros later some other stuff. But guess what? Right now, it all goes away. I'm literally stopping on everything that we have done up to this point. There will be no more podcast episodes. There will be no online free resources. I'm pulling them all down. There will be no more online courses to access. If you already have access to those, that's great, but it all goes away. I'm still running one last 90-day sprint, which starts in less than 2 weeks from today. If you're interested in it, you can message me, you can reach out, but I'm telling you that it's going away very, very quickly because I decided to stop doing all the things I'm doing that is taking my energy and attention. And what is all my energy and attention going to go to? Something that I am infinitely more passionate about, which is helping more people have results of chiropractic care inside of my practice. It's going to allow me to level up myself as a practitioner. It's going to allow me to level myself up as a trainer and a leader inside of the people and the employees that we have inside of my business. It's going to allow me to create some things that I would not be able to create because I'm using that time to create this podcast instead. And as much as I love doing it, as much as I love getting the messages where there are other chiros saying, dude, I'm making more money than ever. This stuff is genius. All these things that I hear from all these people, it fills me up. But it doesn't fill me up as a mom who says, hey, guess what? Dr. D, since my kid's been seeing you, she hasn't had a seizure in the last 5 days. And she's had 5,000 in the course of her life. She's less than 3 years old. This is the kind of stuff that I'm after. And so I want to see more families change the game. So my question for you is this, is like, where in your life, where in your business do you need to quit doing things? Like, where do you need to permanently quit doing things that aren't allowing you to level up? And I can tell you for me what those things were. It's like I had to quit being self-conscious. I had to quit being insecure. I had to quit being a person who would wheel and deal with everybody. I had to quit spending all my time on social media. I had to quit following certain people who I was friends with, but all I would do is compare myself and judge myself and look at what are they doing versus what I'm doing, and then like, because it's an Instagram false reality, I would think that I wasn't enough, or I was unworthy as a person. Like, and there's so many more, right? Like, I had to quit eating bad food. I had to quit numbing myself with alcohol. I had to quit watching porn. I had to quit all of these things. I had to quit my job teaching to become a chiropractor. Like, there's so many things in my life that I've had to quit and permanently, literally just be done. I'm 100% done with doing those things, and I'm never going to go back to them. Why? Because it's what allows me to level up. On the other end of the conversation, what are the things that you need to stop? Like, so many people I know who are chiropractors. Yes, I'm going to throw shade for a second. Maybe it's going to step on your toes, but I see tons of chiropractors running the ads of $47 special. We do an exam, we do x-rays, we do 16 adjustments, we'll wash your car for you, we'll vacuum your house for you. We're going to do all these things, and it's only $47. Click on the link to claim your certificate. In my opinion, like, one of the things you need to stop is you need to stop doing that, because you're going to attract only people who are looking for a deal. You're going to attract people who are only looking for a discount, and then you spend all your energy and all your attention and all your time trying to convince people who aren't even a good fit for you or your practice in the first place. The people who bring you the headache, but people who, when you see their car pull into the parking lot, you're like, oh my gosh, not them again. Like, you got to stop doing that stuff. At some point, maybe you could do it again, but master the frameworks, master the concepts of everything I've taught in this podcast for the last 40 weeks. Master the frameworks, master the concepts of how to bring your ideal patient into your practice. Like, master those things first. So my friends, my question for you, inside of your business, inside of your personal life, like, what do you need to quit doing? What are the things that you need to permanently let go of and never let them come back into your life? And then on the other end of that spectrum, like me with this podcast, with coaching, what do you need to stop doing? Like a temporary pause, and for as long as it takes to either gain some new skills or gain some new knowledge or gain some new clarity or whatever it is. And a lot of times what I see is that there are so many things that people need to stop doing, not quit permanently, but stop doing short term to gain long-term benefit. And instead they just keep on pushing and keep on grinding, and they don't want to stop the thing because they committed too far. Like, I have every rational thought in my brain. Like, it doesn't make any sense that I would quit or stop coaching right now. Like, it makes no sense. I've shot too much content. I have online courses. I have a book almost ready to be launched. Like, I have all this stuff in place, but deep inside of me, the voice is loud and clear, and God has said, stop. Like, just stop. And focus on what matters most, which is serving the patients inside of your practice at a higher level. And I'm telling you, what we are going to create inside of Nexus Family Chiropractic is a patient experience like no one has ever seen before, and I'm committed to it. And that's where all my time and energy and attention is going to go. So my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. If you listen one time or you listen to every single one of these podcasts, I'm just super grateful that you've taken the time, that you've taken the effort, that you could have invested that time anywhere. And the fact that you spent it here, even for just a few moments, I hope that, one, it's changed your practice. I hope it's allowed you to make more money. I hope it's allowed you to serve people at a higher level. I hope it's allowed you to serve your favorite people at the highest level possible, because ultimately that's what it's all about. So my friends, I love you, I appreciate you, and I will not be coming at you again for quite some time. I don't know when that will be. Again, there's a couple spots left for this 12-week sprint, the 90-day sprint that I'm launching in June. There's less than 2 weeks left to sign up for that. If you're interested, let me know. You have to reach out to me personally. You can email me, you can message me on Insta, you can text me if you have my phone number. Happy to get you signed up for that, or we can talk about details of it. And I love you, I appreciate you, and we'll talk soon. Peace.